Hello, hello, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XI. So today we're going to finish up this Serpent General quest lines, hopefully. Assuming these cutscenes don't take more than 20 minutes a piece, or 30 minutes a piece or something. An entire week late on your repayment? Oh dear. Pay you back in full, huh? Get the money today. Uh-oh, he's under assault by repo men. Let's see here. Isn't this the logo of that ludicrously expensive club, Marrow's? You see, I found that chocolate on the street in Balron Way. Are you trying to feed us trash you picked up off the street? Damn straight we'll take your ears. The ladies really gasp and swoon when you walk into the club wearing one. Lord Calmwind? Oh, this is different from last time, huh? You looking for trouble, Cream Puff? Because we're giving it out for free. Exceedingly wealthy patron. He doesn't look too sure from where I'm standing. Period of grace. Doesn't this Lord Calmwind look at all familiar to you? If the rumors are true, he's really the one who conversed with the Serpent Generals and procured the intimate details for Master Fariwari's epic poems. It wasn't the big-mouthed bard? You wouldn't know, listen to that spineless slug tell a tale. You're missing the point. If Lord Calmwind is acquainted with the Serpent Generals, we may be able to squeeze a far larger purse than the one belonging to our merry minstrel. I don't get it. The generals are the linchpin in the defense of the city, a highly respectable position. I'm sure they would go to any lengths to prevent a money-lending scandal in their immediate circle of colleagues from reaching the general public. So you're saying, we could lean on them for hush money. I'm saying that if we do this right, we could be dipping our paws into the palace treasury itself. A risky venture, to be sure, but the chance of a lifetime. I like the sound of that. I'm in! 200 gold coins, huh? Well, actually, I could actually afford that much with Imperial standing I still have, but, we're not gonna have to. That's not part of this quest. A suspense poem? What the fuck are you talking about, man? couldn't help overhearing your conversation, Mr. Fariwari. Perhaps I can be of some service? Hmm? You have a stack of coins under the counter for just such an emergency? Wonderful. Sling it over, my good man. No, I was talking about the new poem. If it's suspense and thrills you're looking for, I might have the very tale to base it on. Oh-ho! Fariwari the Eloquent, and never egotistical, is always open to suggestions. So what juicy rumors does the master of the tea house keep under his apron? I'd be more than happy to appropriate and elaborate in the name of art. Well then, did you ever hear about the Pamama murders? Pamamas? As in the yellow curved fruit? My dear fellow, please tell me you aren't about to explain a series of unfortunate slippings on Pamama peels. Ah, so you don't know. It was the talk of the town for a short while before the immortals declared the reports false and ruthlessly quashed the story. It all happened about 2 years ago. A series of incidents began where every night an important imperial official or officer was assassinated. Matters became so serious that a nightly curfew was imposed on the capital. Ah, that explains my inability to locate any charming young ladies to woo during that stretch of time. I'm sorry? Nothing at all. Please do continue with your tale. They were truly bizarre cases. All the victims were wealthy and had expensive tastes, but nothing was ever taken, and there was a single common factor in all of the murders. A common factor? Without fail, the victim's face was covered with a carefully splayed Pamama peel, like a large yellow flower in full bloom. Surely you jest. It was no laughing matter. The murderer was never caught, and the case was officially shut down. It remains a mystery until this day. Might it have been some Far Eastern ninja spy? A Lamia hit woman? The story reeks of untapped potential. I had hoped as much. As it happens, the detective originally assigned to the case by the Imperial Palace is one of my regulars. Shall I introduce you? Do money lenders like to break kneecaps? I would be overjoyed to meet this detective. I should frame an autograph for your store to express my gratitude. That's really no trouble. After all, your fans are the reason my tea house is doing so well. The detective is a human by the name of Unheim. To be precise, he's no longer a detective. After the failed case, he enlisted in the Imperial Army and now serves as a guard on Balron Way. My eternal thanks. Once my suspense poem thriller has sold in the millions, I shall be delighted to compose a jingle for your store at a discounted rate. Everyone try the Sulak, so creamy and sweet. Errrr Tea House, where Fariwari comes to eat. No, you've already done so much for my business, that really won't be necessary. You heard the man called Wind. It's time for us to pick up the trail, and by us, I mean you, of course. Okay, well, even though this doesn't seem to be related to Serpent Generals, it's going to be related to Serpent Generals, trust me. So we're going to dip on our running shoes and get to running. And you might notice I'm dual wielding on Warrior. And that was actually for this month's regular ambuscade. There's these things that there's a special event going on right now, and you get special events, records of eminence items. I might have gone over this before already, but there's monthly items that have a lot going for them, and then there's daily items which you got to do every day, which I did not get done last night because I was too tired after I got home from work and I went to bed. I'm actually recording this very early in the morning. It's like 8 o'clock. Either way, you get these things called plaudits from this. And I don't remember which NPC you actually turn them in at. But basically, once you get up to like, I think the bronze rank is like 500, the silver rank is 900, and the gold rank is 1300, you can pick some special items. And I've looked at the list online, and the only reward that we want is from the silver tier. It's 100 deeds of heroism. That, you know, those deeds that we do the monthly rose for normally. These things that we only get 4 at a time. so we can only get 40 of those a month normally. If we get 900 plaudits by the 25th of December and spend them on the silver tier, we can get 2.5 months worth of that, and we can get some stuff that I want early. Pretty great. So I'm gonna aim to do that off camera. And all these daily things for the plaudits are, as far as I can tell. Yeah. This month it's related all to Ambuscade. It's like do all this stuff during Ambuscade. And it's really not hard to solo all the dailies. It's basically, it's content made for dailies. Okay, wait a minute. I thought he'd be out here. Let's see. Okay. Oh, whoops. We were supposed to do other stuff. This time we don't talk to her guardsman yet. Or at all, it would seem. There I go again, screwing the pooch. On quest progression, because I didn't have the guide open. I was a foolish fool, like usual. Man, what was I talking about? Something, something being tired, something, something recording in the morning. Alright, the plaudits. But yeah, they're all for Ambuscade. And, it's actually like a server-wide event. Apparently, they've put like a goal for servers to reach. If the entire server manages to get 16 million plaudits or something like that by the 25th, then the campaigns that we currently have will be extended by a week or something like that. And then like if they reach like 2.4 million or something like that, they get even more rewards or something. But people are tracking this with interest to see how many people are actually doing it. Not a lot of people are actually doing it. And there's also suspicion that there's not enough players for it to even be possible, because you know, you can get 100 plaudits with the dailies, and you'll get 150 total for the monthlies. So the event started on the 11th, actually, the 11th of December. It's now the 14th. And so there's 11 more days, but in total there's only 2 weeks worth of time, right? And in 2 weeks worth of time, you would only be able to get, like, I guess the precise number of days is actually 15 days. So you could get 1,500 from the dailies if you did this every single day, and then 150 from the monthlies. And that would allow you to punch babies. No, that would allow you to get the gold tier. But like I said before, nothing in the gold tier is worthwhile. Not only that, okay, this is the guy we gotta talk to. Tell me things about the murders, Moonbeam. The Mama murders? That was my biggest and most fruitless case. Why are you looking into it now? No, the reason doesn't matter. I was never happy with the decision to shelve that investigation. Maybe we can help each other out here. No, I don't want to risk my military career because I broke confidentiality, so I'm going to mumble to myself, and you're going to overhear. You got that? I didn't tell you anything. Around the time the murder started, I was one of the top detectives in my agency. I had built a solid reputation for solving difficult cases. A reputation that led the Imperial Army to ask for me by name. The assignment for that cursed Pamama case came from the Serpent General himself. Oh god, excuse me. What can you tell me? The victim has had his kidney cut out with a single circular incision from behind. It speaks volumes about the skill of the attacker. According to the servant who found the body, the Pamama peel was found stuffed into the victim's mouth. I imagine this was to block the throat and prevent any cries for help. At first I thought the same, but why a Pamama peel? Could there be a reason for this strange choice of method? Interesting. Those obviously expensive accoutrements remain undisturbed, so we can rule out simple burglary. Could we be looking at a murder of revenge? Revenge? The victim was well known for his noble service and position of Governor General. His decisions were fair and just. I couldn't think of any reason why anyone would wish him harm. I mean, no offense, but it is exactly for the reasons you can't think of that people engender the antagonism of others. We must keep our minds clear of preconceptions. You're quite correct. General Ruhajin, since when was the head of Alzabi's military defense put in charge of criminal investigations? Raban. I was under the impression that any crime within the city that held possible beastman connections was within my rights to investigate. Very well. Allow me to relate to you the details of the case. This man you hold in such high esteem is under suspicion of receiving bribes from provincial lords. The Immortals have been conducting a discreet investigation for some time. Then revenge is not an unlikely motivation after all. Have you been following the stirrings at the palace? This is the 12th in a series of killings. The 12th? How is this possible? Severing of the carotid artery, blunt force trauma to the base of the skull, poisoned dart, strangulation by Amaritat vine. The methods of murder have been varied and violent. However, every single victim has been found with a Pamama peel inserted into the mouth. And each has, without exception, been a high-ranking Imperial officer. A serial killer? We have also determined that the targets were all involved in some form of political corruption to a greater or lesser degree. Are you now satisfied that this case is beyond the scope of a simple beastman plot? I am satisfied. This case is clearly within the jurisdiction of the Immortals. However, there remains a danger to the person of Her Magnificence, the Empress. I will be expecting updates on the progress of your investigation. Of course, Sky Serpent General. I continued my investigations at the personal behest of the Sky Serpent General, but made little headway, even as the murders continued night after night. Then came the Wallara Scholarship Award Ceremony incident. Soon afterwards, the Sky Serpent General came to the agency, paid the investigation fees in full, and officially terminated his case request. However, I was never able to forgive myself for being unable to dig up a single clue, and quit the agency in disgrace. The Wallara Scholarship Award Ceremony. You know of Wallara Temple? Since ages past, droves of talented students have converged at the temple to study the philosophy of Wallara. The most promising of these students are awarded scholarships from the Imperial Palace. But during the most recent ceremony, an assassin slipped into the palace to make an attempt on the Empress's life. The matter was handled internally to avoid undue panic, so it's not surprising few were aware that the incident even occurred at all. Well, I've told you this much, I might as well let you in on my suspicions. I believe the murders and the incident at the palace must be connected. Call it a detective's instinct. But a washed-up private eye like myself will never be permitted to stoop around the Imperial grounds looking for clues. And that's another reason the case remains inscrutable for me. That's a determined look you have there. Perhaps you will be the one to get to the bottom of this mystery, satisfy an old gumshoe's professional curiosity. Dun-da-da-dun. So now we have to go to Wallara Temple. Kapiyam. Ugahar. Natty! Or Natty-A? I don't know. Welcome to Walrus Temple. Our doors are always open to those seeking knowledge. I might aid you in the quest for higher understanding. Ah, you were investigating the series of murders that took place 2 years ago? You are to be commended for your dedication. But I am a simple scholar. I have few dealings with secular society and know precious little about that case. I only wish I could help you more. However, I do recall the incident at the reward ceremony quite clearly. A foreign student, Millie Aliapo, excelled in her studies and was chosen to represent the scholarship candidates. We were blessed with many promising young academics that year. It is truly unfortunate that such an awful... Oh, I thought it common knowledge. This spring Serpent General was once one of our brightest students. Millie? Elder Nadia? Be at ease, Millie. It is permitted to leave your studies for this hour every day. The other students are outside the city enjoying the fresh air. They're welcome to it. I don't like big groups. Walra once said, "Let us drink and talk together, my friend, for in doing so, new truths will be born this night." Everybody needs companions to share thoughts with, Millie. I'm here on the generosity of my village's people. I can't waste time mindlessly chatting. I'll talk to Walra through my books. Your progress has been exemplary, Millie. Won't you share what you have learned with your fellow students? Why should I? When I arrived, all they did was make fun of my accent. That was before they learned more of acceptance and humility. I'm sure they feel shame now when they think of their past. I kinda doubt it. Everyone is just wearing a mask. Them, you, even me. Millie, knowledge is multiplied by teaching and learning with others. Look at this girl. She has trouble concentrating and often makes mistakes in her exams. You could be of immeasurable help to such a lost Karakul. You think she's a lost Karakul? I didn't think you were so blind, Elder Nadia. Millie! Millie! I thought you might like to share some afternoon tea since you didn't eat anything for lunch. I brought some balak sandwichi. Well, I've seen you fishing at the port some evenings. I thought you might like... Actually, I'm pretty interested in Sahya. You know, the coral and the opo-opos? I was hoping you might tell me about your home. Oh, and also... I can't stand the smell of bread. Why don't you eat it yourself? Millie? She's now a famous general, of course, and only this dusty scholar remembers that time. Forgive me, you wish to know about the Walrus Scholarship Award ceremony. Perhaps you might try speaking with a student representative from the ceremony herself. Millie is rather abrasive towards people, I'm afraid, but I believe she may hold some clues to the case you pursue. The truth will not evade one who seeks it with an open mind. That last sentence there sounded like something out of the show Elementary. Something that Sherlock Holmes would say. Okay, so now we go and we talk to Millie Leopo herself. We don't talk to her guards. When Mithras are involved, you go straight for the pussy. I mean, you grab them right in the pussy. I mean, you talk to her directly while staring into her eyes. But just from that interaction, we found out that Millie Leopo is from Sahya, which, if you remember the mercenary officer school, that one chick that was falling in love with the can't get right Elvan boy, was like a spy or something from the Sahya Defense Force, or something like that. It's been a little while. Oh, I wish my nose would clear up. I woke up today, and my right nostril was blessedly free, and I was like, oh boy! But then, shortly after I actually stood up and went to the bathroom and stuff, my left nostril was like, guess again, prick. I'm full now. What do you want, mercenary? I've got no time to chatter with the likes of you. Elder Nadia sent you. You're serious about having this chat, aren't you? At Diwa Subterrane, wait there until I finish my duties. Oh, and if you bring a tuft of colorful hair with you, I might even think about talking to you. Well, that would be weird for you to go all the way out there and not talk to me, but okay. So now we have to go to a Diwa Subterrane, but we have to specifically enter it from I-7 and Bathile Thickets, because this is going to be taking place at a very specific spot. The SPG Wiki guy is recommending that we take a Void Watch warp, but I ain't be done with nothing about no Void Watch warps, so we're just gonna run up to the gate and get out of here. The mount. Hope you've been enjoying the Serpent General quest lines, dear viewer. I like the background on them, but I gotta admit, as far as this Let's Play is concerned, we haven't actually done very much Besieged. And even when we did, you know, you don't get the same impact out of the Serpent Generals that you got back in like 2006, 2007, when Besieged was brand new, and like, even level 75 players with the best gear in the game had to team up just to take down the regular Besieged monsters, you know, and meanwhile, these Serpent Generals are so strong that, you know, they could fight, you know, a wave of like 10 monsters at once and not get killed. So, yeah. Okay, so I-7. Is this going to be the same entrance as for Blue Mage? Is this lady about to sick the immortals on us or something? Imagine if you could just do a magical dance in real life and turn yourself invisible and your footsteps silent. Okay, so that's why they said to use the Void Watch warp. Where am I going once I'm in here? And find the mystery spot at H8. Okay, we're at I8, so... Okay, we just gotta walk straight over, basically. Where's the mystery spot at? Yoo-hoo, mystery spot. Oh, sliding after sliding down the ramp. Where's the mystery spot? Okay, there it is. Oh shit. Don't move a muscle. How much do you know? If you dig any deeper, I'll bury you right here. Oh, so you're gonna play it that way? Fine, you're as good as dead anyway. Why don't I throw you a bone? As you probably already found out, I'm not a citizen of Atargan. My homeland is the island nation of Sahya. The Empire has several vassal states, and Sahya is one of them. It may be subject to imperial law, but Sahya has been granted autonomy and is allowed to field an independent defense force. We have an imperial governor general, and our people are granted the same rights as imperial citizens, or at least so the law says. My family was a wealthy farming household that raised popitos, one of the staples of our nation's diet. Then one day, a new agricultural land law was passed by the Governor-General that put my family in the poorhouse. Almost all of our property was seized by the Empire. My life changed suddenly and completely. All I could think about was where my next meal was coming from. And the final kick in the guts was when the entire village was forced to switch their crops from popitos to pamamas because of some new craze in Alzabi. The thing is, none of the villagers were used to raising fruit, and the entire plantation withered before the first harvest. With no food or money to import supplies, many people died of starvation, including my own mother. With no food, or home, or family, I did whatever it took to stay alive. Every day was a struggle. Then, when I was 13, I lied about my age and enlisted in the Sahyan Self-Defense Force, mostly because I had heard they feed you properly. But it was like I had traded one hell for another. Once they found out I was only 13, I was forced to join the Sahyan Freedom Fighters, a covert unit kept secret from the Empire. This was the dark face of the Sahyan Self-Defense Force, a special forces unit that trains assassins as the ultimate weapons in the plan to secure true independence for our nation. I was officially reported as deceased, and then came the unending days of assassination training. And once I had learned everything they had to teach me, the freedom fighters prepared a false identity for me as Millie, the Sahyan philosophy student, and sent me to Walra Temple. Hold on just a moment. I think you might be able to hear my dogs wailing. Oh. Alright, sorry about that. You know how dogs can be. Okay, so, anyway, it's done. Greetings, soldier of Sahya. I trust you left no trace of yourself. None. You're to be praised for the important duty you have carried out. Your mother would be proud. What is it? It's just that this all seems so pointless. There's no end to the cockroaches in Atargan who use their position to exploit the vassal states. Every time I crush one, another one scurries in to take his place. Nothing will change until the entire country changes. And you've come to understand the crux of the problem, Millie. We have reached the final stage of our plan, and now we have the perfect opportunity to execute it. I hear there will be a ceremony at the palace in the near future to award scholarships to the bright young students from Walra Temple. Why would that? With your excellent grades, you've been selected to represent the student body, haven't you, Millie? This kind of chance will never come again. You will attend the ceremony and assassinate the Empress. Don't be concerned. It's traditional for Her Magnificence to be present at this event. You will have ample time to strike a killing blow. And what happens to me? How will I escape the palace guards? You won't. Millie, has your soft student life clouded your memories? Have you forgotten why you were chased from your home while your mother died? I'll do it. Now that's the Sahan Millie I know. Your glory will be sung by the freedom fighters down through the ages. A map of the palace has been secreted in the usual location. Begin your preparations immediately. May the spirits watch over you, Millie. May the spirits watch over the freedom fighters. You think she'll succeed? Not likely, but it'll freeze the blood of those Imperial curs to know how close their precious Empress came to death. And of course, we still have a couple more potential arrows being sharpened in the meantime. We're too late. Weren't you supposed to be off this investigation, General Ruhaji? This madness has even claimed the former Grand Vizier. The spinal cord has been cleanly severed between the third and fourth vertebrae. How could someone... A chakram. It's a circular throwing weapon with a sharp outer edge. Very observant. Our killer is becoming bolder with each new victim, but this has also helped us create a more solid profile. The vassal states are involved in some way? It is likely. The former Grand Vizier was once the Governor-General of the Southern Nations. Of particular note is his enactment of a new agricultural land law in Sahya that led to large swathes of the population being seized from wealthy farming families, and the resulting deaths to starvation when the newly imposed plantations failed. How could such a man be promoted to the position of Grand Vizier? Dissidents were ruthlessly suppressed, heavy taxes were levied, and reparations paid for losses. On the books, he appears compassionate and efficient. The facts at hand suggest our murderer is a member of the Sahan Freedom Fighters. Sahan Freedom Fighters? The Immortals were supposed to have crushed that organization. Apparently, some of the rats survived. Only an assassin trained by the Freedom Fighters would have the requisite skill to calculate the speed of a walking man and remove his head with a throwing disc. Can we assume the next target will hold a higher position? The present Grand Vizier is away from the capital on a tour of inspection, which leaves the killer with a choice between a member of the Imperial family or the Empress herself. I will have my soldiers stationed within the palace grounds immediately. That will not be necessary. The Immortals have an impenetrable security net. Not even the famed ninja of the East can slip in unnoticed. But wait, was there not some ceremony scheduled to be held in the palace in the next few days? The Empress will be present to award a student with the Walrus Scholarship. However, the only other attendees will be a single tutor and several youths from the temple. There are no surging crowds in which an assassin can hide. I would not underestimate the ingenuity of the Sahayan freedom fighters. You have a point, but I ask you to entrust the security of the palace grounds to the Immortals. The Empress's life is in your hands. General Ruhaji, perhaps the Serpent General should... I have a plan. Let us speak with Her Magnificence. Scholars of the Walloran philosophies, you have mastered the course of study set before you. Your accomplishments are the pride of the Empress and the pride of the Empire. We hope the scholarships you are to be awarded today will support you in your future endeavors. The target sits behind that curtain. I must slip inside to be certain of the kill. 1, 2, 3, 4 mortals in the immediate vicinity. I'll have just one chance at this. What the? Where's the Empress? Millie Leopo, please present the student address. Millie Leopo? Damn it. Ah, my eyes! Compose yourself, it is only an irritant. Empress, your magnificence. Captain Raban, I only see Medellin. The temple? You've got a lot to answer for, Ruhajin. Here she comes. That was fast. How'd she know where to go? Good, I was tired of waiting. Let us make the first move. Great, I can solve this without weapons. Hey, you there, come quietly or I'll have to get rough. Is that supposed to be a threat, old man? Old man? No! Clear the way, I'll take care of this. Gadalar, are you trying to burn the temple down? He can't actually respond because she silenced him. Idiots. Cannot allow you to pass. Recent murders, they were your doing. There's no escape. Give yourself up. Let's see you stop. What? Is this big sword just for show? Oof. How? I can't whistle, so. It's been fun. After her. Who's there? Millie. I almost couldn't believe it when I saw the automaton at the palace. A pity. I'm sorry, Millie. Are you angry with me? You left the temple before I could congratulate you. I was so looking forward to seeing you at the ceremony, but Ruhajin bade me stay here. I'm glad we had the chance to talk. Seize her. Stay back. Millie? Stay your blade. What is it you want? What do I want? I want vengeance for my mother. But now I wish for nothing. My vengeance. Bathmel, I've seen enough of your incompetence, General Ruhajin. All four of the generals in charge of the defense of the city couldn't apprehend a single girl. Well, I mean, neither could you without their distraction. Our performance was deplorable. As was ours, I'm afraid to say. I never considered our charge would be outside the palace. The Immortals will take responsibility for processing this crime. What is the punishment for high treason? Death by fire. Proceed. Wait! There must be some mistake. This girl is a friend. A friend, you say? Millie has always been kind to me here at the temple. She stood up for me when I was teased by the other students. But, assuming Millie is an assassin, wouldn't that mean the Immortals and the Generals failed to carry out their sworn duty? That is correct. Failure to protect a member of the Imperial family is punishable by beheading. Hey now, let's not be so hasty. Shall we bring an end to this case right here and now? I do not wish to lose any of you to a misunderstanding. There's still the matter of... Please trust in my judgment. Please, Rabban. Understood. Why are you doing this? There is more to Ottergon than you've allowed yourself to see. Maybe you just need a little more time before your fate is decided. Mal. After that incident, I was placed under General Ruhaji's command and put in charge of counter-espionage. I even received a medal for my work in capturing Far Eastern Ninja and preventing Lamier sabotage. Of course, I had to cut all ties with the freedom fighters, who now consider me a traitor to the cause. But I still refuse to expose their true identities. General Ruhajin has come to accept my stubbornness in that regard. And then one day... Commander Millie, you were to be commended for your actions in preventing the Mamucha's plan to sink the Imperial fleet. Without your intervention, who knows how many ships we would have lost, not to mention essential provisions for the capital. Millie Leopo, in light of your achievements, you are hereby promoted to the position of Spring Serpent General. Oh, you mean I... Yes, from this day forward, the 4 generals become 5. Welcome to our ranks, General Millie. And I'll be damned if I'll let anyone contest the decision. You've done yourself proud. Congratulations, Millie. We are lucky to have you. On another misfit. Try to keep out from underfoot. Aye, thank you. And today we are also blessed with an audience with Her Magnificence. I am honored. Raise your head, Spring Serpent General. We have a favor to ask of you. Anything, Your Magnificence. The dagger does not suit a student of philosophy. We wish for you to wield this club and shield in its place. A club and shield? We believe you will recognize the materials used in their creation. These are made from Sahyan rosewood and Sahyan ebony wood. Correct. You are yet the hope of your people, Millie. Spring Serpent General Millie, our loyal subject, until my last breath. You are still the only opponent I have ever met crazy enough to leap onto the flat of my blade. Crazy? Your sword was practically standing still the way I saw it. We shall have to take that duel to its conclusion one day. Any time, old man. We already know who will win that bout. It will not surprise me this time, but I'll wait until you've had time to practice with that club. For generals, you both sound very much like boasting children. And that was that. You've been so quiet, I've practically spilled my whole life story. By the way, do you know why I had you bring the tuft of colorful hair? It's actually a collection of locks from the people I've assassinated. I meant to present it to the freedom fighters after my last assignment was complete, but was never able to throw it away. I keep it to remind me of the evil in the world, theirs and mine. I was frantic to have lost it. The immortals could still use that hair to convict me of my crimes even after all this time. So what do you plan to do with it? Huh? I used to often dream about the time when my mother died and I was all alone. A terrible dream, all sense of hope was gone. But now those dreams are gone. I wake up in the morning and think of the faces of my companions and the soldiers under my command. Even the face of the Empress. I don't expect my crimes to ever be forgiven, but I still mean to serve the Empress until her dreams of the future have been fulfilled. Wait, what am I babbling about? Leave me be! Listen close. I might not kill you now, but if you let the wrong words slip in the wrong place. See you around, mercenary. And thank you! What the fuck? Okay. Well, that's the Spring Serpent General done for you. Now we just gotta go on back to the tea house, of course. I think I mentioned it last time, but you can actually only get these cutscenes and do these quests if the Serpent Generals are in Alzabi. And the next one we have to do... actually has both a time requirement of what time of day in game it can be, and so I don't know if we're actually gonna have time for it in this recording, but we can at least go start. God damn it. We can at least go start. But yeah, this next quest with the last remaining Serpent General, it's actually kind of hard to get done back in the day, because Flame Serpent General Gadalar, as a general that was closest to the outside wall, and quite often and frequently no players wanted to be out there with him, and he is also a black mage, and so he has no healing abilities, and he takes a shit ton of damage, and he would constantly get killed and besieged and get captured, and so he was not actually available most of the time for this next quest. Oh dear. Dear, dear, dear. Ah, my attendant. That is to say, Lord Calmwind. And so, what are the spine-chilling, hair-raising, nail-biting Pamama murders? Full version. That's unbelievable. When this Spring Serpent General was a struggling student, she leaped on the Sky Serpent General's sword and attempted to eviscerate the Empress? Even Fariwari, the eloquent, cannot turn such a tale of misery and treason into a suspense poem thriller. The immortals would hang me with my own treacherous tongue. Your research is far from fruitless, but there's nothing here from my mystery mega hit. I'm done for, I tell you. Master Fariwari, did I just hear you say you were done? I bet he don't have a single verse, and don't have a single coin to his name. Of course I'm done. I have a splendid song that will spark a cacophonous controversy. How fascinating. Well then, let's hear this dramatic verse. I don't think this is an appropriate venue for such a sizzling satire. You do have a poem, don't you, Master Fariwari? Yes, a new installment of Serpent General series, Millie of the Southern Isle. The title is somewhat lackluster. Born of Mithra, this island girl, thrown to the jungle and raised by a coral, must be more beast than beauty, the ferocious Millie. Never wore clothing, this beast girl ran bare, without even leopard skin underwear. Ate opo-opos and pamamas, the ferocious Millie. She would gnaw on the bones and chew on the peels. It sure was a fright to watch her make meals, or take meals. Chomping and munching, the ferocious Millie. What comes next? When nature called, she would lift up one leg and try to avoid splashing her. Huh? Darn! What do you mean to do to us? You were listening, that makes you accomplices. Hey now, wait a minute. I ought to give you the same treatment, but that's not why I'm here. It's not like I came looking for you or anything. But, well, since you... I thought I should at least ask your name. Calmwind, huh? Well, I won't bite your head off the next time you say hello. See you around, Calmwind. Oh, woe is me. Oh, gloom and misery. Oh, hello there. If it isn't my erstwhile attendant, well met. Come to have a jest, have you? To jape and jeer at Fariwari the Pitiful? Once the acclaimed balladeer, the Serpent General's 5, or was it 4? It's just no matter. A minstrel of such repute that other bards would sing my praises. My adoring fans lined up on every corner to catch a passing strain of my latest magnum opus. What's the matter, you say? See for yourself. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Hogwash, I say. Those hacks, those poseurs, they pilfer my melodies and claim them as their own. And do you know the worst of it, my dear attendant? The uncultured hoi polloi, they pay no heed to this artistic travesty. They suck up this swill like so many swine. Pardon me. Oh, whoa, is there no one in this boorish world who can appreciate true genius? Is this how the Ballad of Fariwari is destined to close? A melancholy coda to a once glorious career? The tragedy! The horror! Ah, so you're Fariwari. Your reputation of bombast precedes you. That would make you calm wind, correct? Yes, my hapless student. Should you have business with us, please direct your inquiries to the management, namely me. I see. As a matter of fact, I was hoping to obtain your counsel. Denied! If you could not discern from my dapper attire and most mellifluous voice, I am a bard, you see. I have neither the time nor the inclination to entertain the trifling sob stories of every wastrel in town. If an ear of your belly-aching is all you seek, I suggest you order yourself a chai and chat up the proprietor of this establishment. As you wish, Master Fariwari. I shall find another ear for the matter of General Gadalar. Yes, away with you. I'm begging your pardon, my good man. Did you say General Gadalar? You speak of the Flame Serpent General. Very same. As you might know, General Gadalar is, how shall I put it, a tad impulsive. Volatile, if you will. No explanation needed, my friend. I'm still smoldering from the time he unleashed a Farraga spell on my delicate derriere. The rogue! Burn your black butt, it's powerful stuff. Oh, that does sound most harrowing. Now, if I may continue, needless to say, the Flame Serpent General's contentious behavior has not gone unnoticed by High Command. To this point, his undeniable prowess in battle and the personal good graces of the Sky Serpent General have shielded him from being seriously punished for his indiscretions. This time, however, the powers that be have lost their patience and decided to court-martial him for his actions. I fear there may be no saving him. How terribly unfortunate. It couldn't have happened to a nicer chap, I say. It is true that General Gadalar's prickly demeanor has not endeared him to his superiors. Even in the halls of the Imperial Court, few are willing to step forward in his defense. His fellow Serpent Generals are exerting their best efforts on his behalf, but to no avail. Sadly, no. And General Gadalar's refusal to exercise even a modicum of self-restraint has served only to fan the flames. On the contrary, the latest rumors have it that he was taken to slipping outside the city walls near the Veil of Night. On what furtive errand, no one knows. Outside town? How curious indeed. Oh, mayhaps he's merely partaking in a tryst or two with his latest inamorata? Preposterous. The Flame Serpent General is not one for idle romance. Take notes, Aurora. On another subject, have you perchance heard the news of the Crow of the East? Crow? I thought we were discussing the General Gadalar, not some vile bird. If we must speak of eastern fowl, they say there's one called a pheasant that tastes most delectable in fine currant sauce. I speak not of birds, but rather birdmen, beastmen of the Far East. Have you not heard the whispers? Members of the Night Watch have come under attack from an unidentified foe. The details remain closely guarded, but witnesses have stated that the culprit bears an uncanny resemblance to a birdman of the East. Birdman? Ah, Yagudo. And since General Gadalar spent so many years stationed in the Far East, they suspect him of being in league with this fiend? Sadly, yes. Now, 'tis true that the Flame Serpent General's cavalier demeanor might lead some to believe he is not as responsible as his peers. Yet, as is adjutant, I swear to you on my life, the General's love of the nation and sense of duty are second to no man. The idea that he would strike down a comrade in cold blood is inconceivable. Oh ho! So I turn to the two of you. I have heard that you are trusted by the Serpent Generals. Surely you could approach General Gadalar without arousing undue suspicion. Friends of the Empire, I beseech you, find proof of the General's innocence before the court-martial commences and our worst fears are realized. No small task. But we accept. Let it never be said that Fariwari the Courageous and his plucky attendant would turn a blind eye to one in need. Truly, you'll help? I cannot thank you enough. The General's been observed heading in the direction of Mount Zaelm. Ah yes, Mount Zaelm. Quite a trek from here, and crawling with all manner of unpleasant trolls. This sounds like just the task for my loyal attendant. Oh, but I jest. I thought you'd be left to tend for yourself while Fariwari sits around speak chai, did you? Not this time, my friend. After all, no enterprising bard can pass up a prime chance to get some dirt on, that is, to earn the favor of the incomparable General Gadalar. Ah, and in the process exact my revenge for, rather, acquire some prime material for my next lyrical masterpiece. I see. In any event, the Flame Serpent General's fate is in your hands. Pray report back to me as soon as your investigation bears fruit. Say no more. With Fariwari on the job, the deed is as good as done. You heard the good man call Wind. We're off to Mount Zaelm. We'll rendezvous at the path leading to Halvung. Last one there is a rotten pook egg. Okay, so apparently we gotta get out there, and our best options to get out there are the Void Wedge. God damn it. I'm sorry, viewer. Oh dear. Okay. Our best options to get out there anyway. God damn it. Hold on a second. Man, my nose is really fucking with me today. Sorry about the sneezing. But if we take the Void Watch warp to Mount Zaelm, apparently it'll put us really close to where we want to go. And the reason we want to go ahead and take that this time instead of just running out there is because of the nighttime sensitivity. We actually have back-to-back cutscenes that can only be done at night. And so if we try to just go out there while walking, we might not get there in time to actually view both cutscenes because of the amount of time they take. Okay, so this is actually where we gotta be. And now we actually won't be able to start the cutscene until 1800 in-game time. So we've got a couple of minutes. Man. Wonder where this was on the map, though. We might have been okay to run out here. Okay, so the staging point is like there. We would have had to come out of the staging point and I guess mount up and either go through there or possibly south through a cave and around and up. I think that's the entrance to Halvong behind us. I don't know, it's been a long time. I wonder if penguins still hate me. Hey look, penguins still hate me. Son of a bitch. Oh man. I think I've sneezed more this year than I have any other year in my entire life. Yeah, this Flame Serpent General that we're about to get cutscene lore on, my ex had a... She fangirled over him for some reason. And would draw him incessantly. And had a whole little, like, romance fan fiction between her adventurer original character, who was a blue mage, and him. It never really made a lot of sense, but, you know, whatever. Fangirl's gonna fangirl. Why she had to fangirl over the most incompetent Serpent General, I'll never know. But, you know, hey, whatever. I mean that from a gameplay perspective. He was always getting captured and almost never in Alzabi. Bro, you're actually outside of the tea house. I'm perplexed. I'm surprised. Hmm. Sitting down is not taking cover. You just turn around and see us. Mm-hmm.